3.5 years, 2 Jeeps, and 0 regrets. This DIY Jeep Gladiator EcoDiesel project is finally done. The perfect combination of daily driver and overlanding monster. Stick around to see why exactly I chose the parts I chose for this vehicle and what broke the day before we were supposed to leave for our Ouray Jeep Jamboree. I have DIY videos of all the installs on my channel, and I have companion articles on my website with even more information. I'll leave links to a comprehensive DIY playlist in the description so you can easily check all of them out. Before we dive in, let's talk philosophy. I generally see 2 types of Jeep builders. Guys with unlimited budgets that are building show ponies, and then there are DIY weekend warriors like us, focusing on a purpose-built daily driver off-road rig. Whatever kind of a rig you're building, whether it's a mall crawler, a rock crawler, or an overlanding rig, the Rubicon puts you way ahead. It comes with locking diffs, electronic sway bar disconnect, and more stock. Expect your vision to evolve during the build process. That's the beauty of having a highly customizable vehicle. It can grow with us as we become more adventurous. And believe me, your Jeep will take you on adventures you never dreamed of. I know because ours have. This Gladiator is actually my wife's vehicle. Way back in 2020, I bought this Willys Wrangler EcoDiesel, and she immediately, being a Jeep girl, commandeered it for her own use. For me to have a Jeep of my own, I had to buy another Jeep. That took selling some vehicles we owned and then finding the perfect Gladiator that ticked all the boxes. It had to be a Rubicon, be an EcoDiesel, and have the tow package. Mods to this Wrangler stopped, and the focus turned to modifying this Gladiator. Now that I got the Gladiator exactly where I want it, I can turn my focus back to making this Wrangler exactly the way I want it. Now that you know the how and the why we got here, let's start taking a look at the hardware on this vehicle. Full disclosure, I towed my Xventure XV3 off-road trailer on my overlanding trips. Otherwise, that Gladiator would have a rack on the back of it, and it would have this Maggiolina rooftop tent mounted to it. Let's talk about these tires first, because most new Jeep owners' first stop is the tire shop. I didn't do that, but I'm really happy with these Mickey Thompson Baja Boss ATs. They're actually the 3rd set of tires on this rig. The OEM Falcon Wild Peaks gave way to a set of Nitto Trail Grapplers after about 10,000 miles. My buddy's still rolling on those Falcons, but those Nittos, they got real loud after about 25,000 miles. I made a decision to go in a completely different direction with this rig. Instead of the bro-approved wide rubber sticking out the side, I had these pizza cutter size Mickey Thompson Baja Boss ATs installed. They've been nothing but great, increasing our highway fuel mileage and tearing up the trails in Ouray, Colorado, all the way here to New Mexico where I live now. The narrow footprint of the 255/85 17s also helps lengthen the footprint when they're aired down. That gives us incredible traction in the loose rock. With a Mickey Thompson pizza cutter size, we don't require huge wide tires that need constant trimming and spacing. These Mickey Thompson Baja Boss ATs are a dual threat on-road, off-road tire. A perfect choice for a daily driver overlanding vehicle. Let's talk about the lift kit I chose for this vehicle. The Mopar Bilstein 2-inch reservoir shock lift kit. The EcoDiesel motor is 300 to 400 pounds heavier than the V6 Pentastar that's usually in a Gladiator. That 300 to 400 pounds is right up front here, and after I added the Warren bumper and the Warren winch, the stock Fox shocks that came on the Rubicon were easily overwhelmed. We were hitting the bump stops just going over a speed bump in a parking lot. We needed a lift kit especially rated for the Gladiator EcoDiesel's extra nose weight. Sure, I could have gone with a 4-inch lift kit, but for my wife's comfort, for towing, and for using as a daily driver, the 2-inch Bilstein lift kit, designed by Mopar specifically for the Rubicon EcoDiesel, was a perfect compromise. We gained the clearance we needed without thrashing the factory ride quality. Also, the engineering and testing of manufacturer off-road parts maintains the safety standards in the original vehicle. The Gladiator was equipped with a Mopar plastic bumper. That had to go. I wanted to find a USA-made replacement. The Warren Elite series of bumpers look great, and they are built here in the US. I got the Elite full-width bumper. This bumper is stout, but not super heavy, and the airbags work with it. There are awesome tow points. This great brush guard, handy if you want to add more off-road lights. I was able to buy the winch and bumper at the same time, and opted for the Warren 10,000 pound Xeon USA made model. You also have to purchase the winch base to mount it. Pretty sizable investment, but I consider it to be off-road insurance. Before I could install that lift kit, I wanted to install something that would help my wife get in and out after the Jeep was lifted up. I chose these Mopar rock rails with a step. The OEM ones are very similar, but they don't have a step that comes out. Well, this step is actually pretty small, and she's never really used it to get in and out of the Jeep, unless the Jeep is on a super weird angle Then you can put your toe on here, reach for the grab handle and get in. The ones I wanted were way more expensive than these, and these were pretty expensive. So if there was anything that I was going to change out, it might be these to a different kind of more tubular looking side step with a lot bigger place to put your foot. But for now, these protect the rocker panels and they're doing a great job of that. And we haven't had really any trouble getting in and out of the Jeep. The last real off-road mod I made to this Jeep was installing these Spicer performance diff covers right before we went to the Ouray Jeep Jamboree. I've got them on the front and the back. To me, for my money, this is one of the best, most protective upgrades you can make to your vehicle. It actually strengthens the axle and it has these sliders. It's designed by the people that designed your axle and it gives you a lot of protection and it's a piece of cake to install. And if you had your Jeep for a while, it's probably time to change the diff fluid anyways. So you might as well, if you're changing your diff fluid, go ahead and throw one of these on. Anyhow, it's one of the best mods that I think everybody should think about making first on their vehicle, and I'm really happy with these Dana Spicer Performance Diff covers. This Truxedo tonneau cover was one of the first mods I made after we bought the Jeep, and it was to give my wife some more space that would keep her stuff secure. I learned about these because my Xventure off-road trailer, it came with a Truxedo tonneau cover on it. Not this cloth type, the more the vinyl type. It's a more utility type. This is kind of a nicer, softer surface. This added some level of security and a lot of convenience to the Jeep, and it's worked out really well. I have an article. It's one of my most popular articles on the website. I'll leave a link. Check that article, and it's pretty good if you want to learn more about these. There's a million ways to go with covering your back of your Jeep or any pickup truck. This one actually worked out super for us, and it might for you too. I've gone through the major modifications on this Jeep Gladiator EcoDiesel, but I need to mention these rigid D-Series driving lights. I can use these lights on-road or off-road, and I've got the clear covers on them so I can turn them on anytime I want. I don't have a video for the lights or the bullet point mounting solutions here, but that's also a great product. I've got 2 balls on this one, and obviously my wife likes ducks, and you can see these are really great bullet point mounting solutions. Do a great job holding your phone, your iPad if you're using one of them to go off-road, or my Garmin GPS Maps 66i. It holds that too. I have a special deal for that. And I do have a video though for installing this Mopar trailer brake controller. And that's, if you're going to install a trailer brake controller on your rig, check out my video. I'll have a lot of great comments telling me what a good instructional video it is. So check that out because that was kind of a little tricky job. Anyhow, need a trailer brake controller, check out my video. Also got the article on the website. Oh yeah, and before I forget, what broke the day before we were to leave for Ouray for the Jeep Jamboree? The original batteries crapped out on me. Luckily, it was at home. The Jeep was in the garage when it wouldn't start. I was able to round up the main battery and the stop-start battery because I'm one of those guys that still has a stop-start battery and replace them. Check out my video. It's been really popular. It seems a lot of people want to know how to change these, and it's actually real easy. It can save you a lot of money. What are the big takeaways after 3.5 years of wrenching on this Gladiator? Well, here's just some highlights. Number 1, define your purpose. I knew I wanted a daily driver overlanding rig. 2, a budget fuels better decisions. Having a budget is not a limitation, it's a catalyst to force you to do the right thing for your vehicle. 3, the EcoDiesel Rubicon is a great platform to start with. And number 4, the sweet spot is found in the balance. For a true daily driver overlander, the sweet spot is a minimalist lift, a carefully selected 35-inch tires. It's the highest level of capability without compromising comfort and accessibility. I packed a lot into this video, but for more information, check my article on the Mighty Ruttzz Gazette. I'll leave a link in the description and also in the first pinned comment underneath the video. If you like the video, think about subscribing and hit that thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment. I answer every comment people make in the comment section, and I love hearing from you guys. I'm retired, but I didn't put my wrenches away, and the adventures here in New Mexico are just starting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out on the trail. And don't forget, on Mighty Ruttzz, the best is yet to come.